Hey paper dolls, it's Madeline. Welcome back to my channel. So I am here today because I made a little boo-boo. I got ready to list all my newest journals and the first signature was in backwards, which is always why I do a final flip of everything before it goes out the door. But not to worry, we're going to fix it together, and I'm sure this has happened to you. And if it not, and if it hasn't, I hope it doesn't. But if it does, I'm going to walk you through the best way, in my opinion, to fix it. All right. So it is the first signature here of this journal. I put it upside down. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper clips and go ahead and paper clip my signature in good and tight. So when I take it out, none of my pages move. Okay, I want to keep all my pages exactly where they are, lined up. So, I'm really gonna get it paper clipped together, y'all. Okay, now, the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to come in with my scissors and I'm going to snip out here and do a snip there. And I'm going to come around to the back. I have buttons in this binding, so that adds another little layer, but not to worry. I'm going to very carefully thread my buttons out so I don't lose those. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull out my wax linen thread. All right, so now I've got my signature removed. I'm going to flip it around and make a double check in here between my paper clips. I'm putting this in the correct way, and I am. So now I've got my wax linen thread. I'm going to do 3 lengths. Sometimes you can do 2.5. I am really going to stick with my 3 lengths this time because I've got the buttons, which add, it's not super complicated, but it does add another element to binding when you're binding buttons and whatnot on the spine. I've got my binding needle here. All right. And then that's it. Basically, I'm going to go ahead, and since I've done a good job paper clipping my signature together, my holes are still all lined up the way I like them. So I'm going to go in here through the back, make sure I find my good hole. Pull my needle through. I'm going to go ahead and thread my button through my binding thread like that. Okay, and pull up. Go down here. Find my bottom hole. I'm going to go in, find my bottom hole of my signature. Okay, go up to the top hole here, go through to the back, and make sure I find my good hole I want to come out of there. This has got batting in it, so I have to be really careful that I come through the right hole and don't make a new hole while I'm doing this, if that makes sense. All right, go ahead and thread my other button on. Like so. Alrighty. And then I'm going to go inside here and hold my tail on the inside taut while I go in back through the center here. And as I said, I have to be usually a little bit more careful when I'm working with books that have batting. And I want to make sure that I have one tail on each side of my center there. Pull through. Okay, now I'm going to go around to the back here and I'm going to adjust my buttons good. Okay. Pull that taut. I usually do 2 knots in the center. Okay. Trim off my extra. I'm going to carefully remove my paper clips. And just a tip, I love these enormous paper clips for binding, and I find these at Hobby Lobby, and a lot of times they're in the paper crafting section and they're 40% off, and they're coated, and if you can see right here, they're coated in plastic, and so they're really easy on your pages. They don't tend to, sometimes I've had paper clips snag, but these are great. Highly recommend. Okay, now we're going to check, and let's see, flip through, and oh, there we go. It's the correct side up. So, happens to the best of us. I've done this more times than I can count, but I don't want something small like that to scare anybody out there. It's a simple, easy fix, and I just wanted to share with you my method on, you know, turning a signature around. So I hope you'll have a great day, paper dolls, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.